Buffalo builds a completely different breed of professional wrestlers, and we're showing that at every Limitless show by winning every single match and taking all of the gold.
Daniel Garcia helped me find focus. He beat my ass in the gym at Grapplers Anonymous in Buffalo, New York, where killers are made.
Yeah, JD Drake came out after my match while I almost had a broken arm and he slapped Kevin in the face. Hey, come in the ring and slap me when I'm ready for a fight. We'll see what happens with that. I'm gonna break your leg. I'm gonna tear your knee out the socket. I'm gonna rip your arm from the socket. I'm gonna choke you out. I'm gonna do everything in my power to leave you in the ring and embarrass you like you tried to embarrass me after defending my title and like you tried to embarrass my friend while he was standing by my side.
And let me let you in on a secret, Daniel Garcia. If you somehow beat Lee Moriarty tonight, so help me God, I will make you tap.
I know this identity crisis that Blackwood and Garcia is going through because I've been looking for myself for the better part of 20 years. This is the face of JD Drake. This is the face of a man possessed and obsessed with success. Failure is not an option.
But you know what you won yourself? An opportunity to get your ass whipped by the blue-collar badass JD Drake. The Limitless Wrestling World Championship! Introducing the participants. Introducing first the challenger to my left from Shelby, North Carolina. Weighing in tonight at 287 pounds, he is the blue-collar badass, J.D. Drake. Introducing
Introducing the champion to my right, accompanied by Kevin Blackwood from Buffalo, New York, weighing in tonight at 187 pounds. He is the Limitless Wrestling World Champion, Red Death, Daniel Garcia!
These are the games we play for the richest prize in Limitless Wrestling. Red Death Daniel Garcia defending the Limitless Wrestling World Championship tonight against the man who's chomping at the bit to get his hands on Red Death. That's the blue-collar badass JD Drake, who's been waiting so long for an opportunity to become world champion.
Absolutely. Culmination of a near 2-decade-long journey for JD Drake has arrived.
Did you notice that Daniel Garcia not letting referee Eric Greenleaf hand the Limitless Wrestling World Championship off to a member of our crew, instead handing it off to Kevin Blackwood, who's on the outside, and I'm sure certainly not happy with JD Drake either. We saw at the conclusion of Suffer No Fools, JD planting a slap across the face of Kevin while trying to get his hands on Red Death, really just looking for a handshake, looking to signify that his challenge was going to be accepted by the fighting champion Red Death, and that it was, but it wasn't accepted respectfully.
No, instead it's with a towel to the face.
It's going to be an interesting game that Garcia has to play here. JD Drake with such a weight advantage, such a strength advantage, and Red Death coming off that submission match victory against Lee Moriarty. He's got to change up his strategy a ton here tonight to attack JD Drake.
JD Drake, despite the power advantage, is one of the most well-rounded competitors in all of independent wrestling. He's not going to be out-grappled easily. This is going to be a long game to play for Daniel Garcia.
He can really do it all, and Daniel Garcia being smothered on the canvas right now by JD Drake, not looking to give an inch.
Garcia trying to find his way out of a front chancery here.
It's going to be tough to do, JD.
Yeah,
just
look at
more
that.
Pressure. Not even looking to pin the shoulders down, but unfortunately moving his head prone, and Daniel Garcia just getting slapped on the tuchus right there.
Trying to grasp any sort of limb he can from the bottom there.
It's not going to sit well with Red Death, ducking between the ropes. He knows referee Eric Greenleaf going to have to back him up, and that's something to talk about too. The mindset of Daniel Garcia, we saw in that submission match, he knew where the referee's placement was. Tapping out on the opposite side, out of sight of the referee, forcing Lee Moriarty, the respectful competitor that he is, to believe that he won the match, to believe he was Limitless Wrestling World Champion, giving Garcia an opening. JD Drake gonna have to watch out for those head games here tonight, especially with Kevin Blackwood looming on the floor.
And no doubt about that, the devil remains in the details.
Taken over is Garcia. No collar and elbow tie-up for long, JD Drake. Instead, looks like he's focusing on the arm right here.
Definitely.
Nope. Garcia has the arm pinned behind Drake, but a drop toe hold and right to the ropes. An advantage he did not have last time he defended the championship. Oh!
Drake not having it.
That's what they call an old spine rattler in the Carolinas.
Yeah, you can get to the ropes as many times as you want, Garcia, but you might eat an errant boot or two.
Wow. Garcia pleading with the referee. A very tense situation here tonight in our main event. The games we play, Limitless Championship on the line. Drake Garcia.
Back to a feeling out process here. Greco-Roman.
What a pop of the hips from Drake. Garcia trying to strike quickly, but Drake stepping over, has the arm. Oh! Dropping his entire body down on the arm of Garcia, and he's got Garcia literally on the ropes.
The experience advantage is paying so many dividends for JD Drake. Just look how cool he stays, how calm he remains.
Confident as Daniel Garcia now finding himself in a bad position, reaching for Kevin. Hey! Watch out for Blackwood on the floor. I don't know if you saw that, Torres, a slight push by Kevin, making it a little easier for Garcia to grab that bottom rope quicker.
And that is familiar from earlier in the evening. We saw Red Death do the same thing for Blackwood.
Such a cohesive unit, but I mean, the referees eventually, they're going to start taking notice of the tactics these guys are implementing.
No doubt about it.
Drake with the arm, and he's certainly someone who's clued in on everything that these Buffalo boys bring to the table, such a special bond that they hold, and it's really paying off for them right now. Looking for another Buffalo clean sweep here tonight, but Drake looking to become world champion, looking to stay at the top of Limitless Wrestling. He was so close back in December where these two met in the finals of the 2020 Vacation Land. Oh! And the field goal is good, Johnny Torres.
Spine rattler indeed.
And Garcia heading out to the floor, maybe a smart move.
Yeah.
Time to talk over some strategy with Blackwood and just really regain your bearings after J.D. Drake coming out swinging here. Or should I say kicking? My God. My God. Kicking a hole through the back of Daniel Garcia. Got to be taking its toll about just how this match has started right now. It's got to kind of throw him off his psyche.
Definitely. At this point, I think Garcia's trying to go J.D. Drake to the outside. I don't know how wise that is.
And eventually, Drake's not going to want to wait anymore. Obviously, he can't win the championship by countout. Garcia trying to get himself back inside the ring. Oh, right to the ropes once again. Trying to force Drake to release and planting a chop on the chest. I think Drake just said, "Is this kid stupid?" Looked for the chop. That's not going to work. Ooh. Now Drake stomping wildly, but nothing connecting. Garcia backed in the corner, trying to keep himself away from JD.
Greenleaf with the count.
Wow. It's a hostile environment in our main event here tonight. Garcia pushing him away. Wow!
Deepest of arm drags.
And keeping the arm hook, JD Drake continuing to stay one step ahead of the champion.
Garcia unable to form any sort of momentum in the onset here.
Ooh, here comes Drake. Rapid fire with the kicks to the top of the back. Now going a little deeper. Do you see the white showing up near his shoulder blade?
Yeah.
Such torque there from the blue-collar badass. So strong. And Garcia trying to get his elbow in there.
No space.
Drake not going to let him have it. Back down on his knees now, trying to keep Garcia grounded. Ooh! Dropping himself on the arm once again. Garcia shaking it out. It's going to be tough for him to implement a lot of the submission maneuvers he likes to keep in his repertoire. If he's got a hurt limb, grabbing at the ear of J.D. Drake, that's certainly not legal.
Why not cinching in a headlock? Not for long, though.
See ya! Oh! Look for the chop once again. Leapfrog from Drake, coming down awkwardly a bit on that knee, but still a step ahead of Daniel Garcia.
And Garcia looks blown away.
Oh! Connecting with the boot. Oh! Big time drop kick from the blue collar badass. Impressive athleticism. I guess that knee is A-OK. Look for the chop. Garcia, a knee to the spine. Taking JD down to a knee and kicks right up in his face.
Yeah, he kicked that turnbuckle, blasted JD Drake in the face. Yeah, he's seeing stars.
Garcia finally getting a moment to rest. Finally getting a moment to regain some energy after being throttled around in the opening minutes by J.D. Drake and dropping a knee. Now is his time with J.D. Drake grounded for once to really implement some offense.
Just doing damage anywhere he can. Stomping on that head. Big old drop kick to the side of the head.
Once again, dropping J.D. Drake and Daniel Garcia standing tall. Little conference with Kevin Blackwood trying to get feeling back in the arm. No love from the fans here in Yarmouth, Maine here tonight, that's for sure, as he buries his leg across the head, choking J.D. on the ropes. Trying to get him to suck some wind here, trying to make it very difficult for him to breathe.
Emptying out that gas tank as best he can.
Connection right there with a kick to the back of the skull. Now dragging the carcass of J.D. Drake away from the ropes. Trying to pin him down, not even a one count from referee Eric Greenleaf, and it's got to be setting in. Daniel Garcia needs to do a lot more punishment to J.D. Drake if he wants to retain the championship.
Absolutely, and J.D. Drake keeping himself positioned closer to the ropes there, not even allowing Garcia to pull him to the middle. Absolutely always aware, seemingly where he is in the ring. That's over a decade's experience for you.
Absolutely. Drake's got his knees under him now, but Daniel Garcia trying to widen out his stance and keep the hook on J.D. Drake. Wow! grinding his bootlaces across the eyes. Gotta disorient you if you're the blue-collar badass. Gonna be tough to see. Your eyes gonna start watering up.
Yeah, as you said it, look at him wiping his eyes.
Unsure what Garcia's looking to do next. A waistlock here on JD Drake. That's a big man to be hoisting up.
Uh-oh.
That's also a big man to be pissing off.
Yeah. I don't think Garcia realizes just how angry Drake is right now.
He will now after that elbow. Make it 2 crashing in. Garcia trying to maintain his grip. He's got him backed in a corner. Wow. Oh, wow. Slapped the life out of Garcia, but returning with a big kick in the corner. Big kick.
This is breaking down.
Drake firing back at Garcia. A bit enamored with the fight of JD Drake right now.
Yes.
Backing him in.
Opens him up. Big ol' elbow right to the midsection.
Continuously trying to push the air out of the body of JD Drake, trying to wear him out, because the cardio is absolutely insane at Daniel Garcia, and we've seen that on display time and time again. Maybe that's the strategy. Wear JD Drake out, get him to a position. Whoa! Get him to a position where he's in deep waters, but a knee right to the side of the head, and Garcia firing away once more.
Garcia recognizes he can't give Drake any time. Even when Drake manages to muster some offense, Garcia's right back.
And once again, Garcia with the hook on Drake, maybe trying to get him to pass out here, but Drake has his knees under him, hopefully trying to make his way back to his feet, but Garcia has such a deep hook right here.
JD Drake trying to bite his way out of that chancery.
You do what you got to do in a position like that,
No
especially
question.
with the championship on the line. Typically not grounds for disqualification. Probably knew he could get away with it. Whoa! Kick connecting to the side of the head. Garcia shaking it off, drops a knee.
Continuing to wear down that midsection there.
And now you can hear Drake sucking wind. It's going to be very tough when you have knees crashing down on the sides of your ribs, on the exposed abdomen. And now Garcia up in the arm, ripping the leg around, repositioning JD Drake away from the ropes, and that's smart. Didn't just go to lock in the submission, taking him away from the ropes so JD can't just reach back and break the hold.
Grinding in a variation on a grounded abdominal stretch.
Ooh, grinding his knuckles into the midsection to JD Drake.
It's going to pay dividends later on in the contest.
You can see the whites in his knuckles right there with how much pressure he was putting on Drake right there, but a hip toss across the ring. Drake still standing and still charging into the corner. Scoop, Garcia. Oh,
wait a minute.
Man.
Oh no.
Ducks the chop. Garcia trying to keep out of JD's way. Low and right onto the back. But he'll have none of it. Look for the kick. Oh,
Trying to chop down JD Drake now. Garcia keeps baiting in JD Drake by swinging one of those chops. Just makes him mad, but he knows he's going to fire it back.
Well, it feels like Daniel Garcia has really studied how to sense that's coming, how to evade it.
Absolutely.
He's done a very good job at it tonight, honestly better than anyone I've seen.
No doubt.
He really has been doing his homework here on the Blue Collar Badass. There's so much to see from AEW Dark, PWX, PWG. JD Drake has been all across the country, and it all culminates with this World Heavyweight Championship match here tonight!
Fake low went high on the head kick.
Look at Kevin Blackwood.
And no.
Stunned on the outside.
Garcia trapped, tied up in the ropes, and JD Drake, a veritable buffet. Move.
Drake is salivating. No way for Garcia to protect himself. You heard it. 2 for 2. Make it 3.
Trying to chop a hole in the Limitless World Champion. Oh! Burning swords.
Eric Greenleaf trying to get in there. What an overhand to boot. This could be the next Limitless Wrestling World Champion.
On fire.
Garcia still tied up in the ropes. Finally gets himself loose.
But what a barrage he just endured.
Scoop and a slam. Headbutt follows it up. And Garcia's reeling. JD Drake on a roll, charges in once more.
Big old avalanche. Big old body slam, just hucking him into the corner. And that Otani boot scrape. And we've seen this before.
Bombs away. Later bomb from Drake. New champion. No, only two.
JD Drake taking a second here.
Oh, Yarn is feeling it.
JD Drake feeling it too. Daniel Garcia in a bad way right now as JD Drake towers over him, and I think looking to bring the champion back to his feet.
Could be thinking kill shot. My God!
Yikes! In the air as Garcia onto his feet. Up kick. Here he comes. Scoop and a slam from Drake. Right back to it. This could put it away from the second rope. Oh!
What a snatch right into it.
Garcia.
There we are, working towards the triangle choke.
In a bad position for Drake to be in. He can't outstretch the arm and get to the bottom rope, but Daniel Garcia
working on the adjustment
for more pressure.
If he can sink that toe behind the crook of his knee. Well, I spoke too late.
Yeah, Drake able to get out of that just in time, in my opinion. Oh! Trading shots. Yikes, what a clothesline! Garcia stumbling to his feet. JD Drake may have this thing. They're finding the legs. Garcia in a bad way on the canvas. New champion. Garcia could be going to sleep.
Garcia doing everything he can to resist, to fight out of the pain, fight through the pain.
How do you move a big man like that when he's wrapped on your back? Oh, but to the bottom rope.
Managed to break that body scissors.
The long limbs of Daniel Garcia coming in handy, saving him the championship potentially, because there's nothing Kevin Blackwood can do. Right. JD Drake had him in a great position, but Daniel Garcia just able to get those legs a little loose, able to outstretch, get to the bottom rope, and now it's back to the drawing board for the blue-collar badass.
Garcia's on Dream Street.
Handful of hair, but JD Drake certainly doesn't care. Oh my God, punishing!
Shot out of a cannon.
Like a skillet crashing down on your chest, and steps to Kevin Blackwood, says, "Step off, my friend."
Blackwood wants no part of
it. This is Drake Garcia's business. And now I think he's got Garcia by the ear there for a moment, bringing him back up to his feet. I can only imagine what's coming next.
God!
Crumbling Garcia down to the canvas. JD Drake swinging not at, but through Red Death.
Right. You can see that resonate through his body.
Shockwaves. Yeah. Kevin Blackwood looking on as the reign of Buffalo here in Limitless Wrestling maybe coming to a close here, Johnny Torres.
No doubt about it. JD Drake.
I can pin you, but it's too easy.
What?
Get up. Earn this ass whipping.
He wants to put the exclamation point on this.
He wants Garcia on his feet. Ooh, maybe taking too much time. Garcia rifling off a kick. Make it two.
First one made him mad. Second one staggered him. What's Garcia thinking here?
That's a lot of man to be getting up there. Is he going to be able to lift him at this point after all the punishment he's gone through? JD trying to put on the brakes.
Oh. Ooh. Raining down the Kawadas.
Great connection here.
My God! What a release vertical suplex.
Oh no!
Crucifix!
Oh, JD gets the shoulder up. Cover! Cover it! 1, 2! Oh, he gets his rope. Are you kidding me? JD, though, sensing blood in the water. Back he goes. Ray finding the legs. And Garcia once more finding himself in a bad position.
Tightly cinched in sleeper here.
He's trying to fight. Trying to figure out a way out, swinging at whatever moves, but he can't even hit JD Drake at full force.
Yeah, desperation setting in here for Garcia as the lights are slowly turning off.
Oh, trying to break the grip of the legs, and he's able to. Rolling backwards, shoulders pinned! Only 2. Garcia finds himself on his feet, fires off another kick. Caught the leg. Oh. Slick maneuvering from Red Death, dropping Drake on his head.
Huge hanging DDT, but not enough.
Exhaustion has to be setting in at this point.
Deep one. Yeah, he's wearing that on his face, as you said it.
Garcia trying to plan his next move here. Is JD Drake already stirring, though? You don't have much time to plan when JD's across the ring from you. So resilient, so persistent, as is Garcia, though.
Jumping into the guillotine choke here.
JD. So the legs are shaking. The legs are shaking. If he falls to the canvas, it could be all over. Eric Greenleaf right there to check, and JD ripping at the grip.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait! What a transition into the drill bit! The drill bit from JD Drake! The very maneuver he beat Kevin Blackwood with at the Vacation Land Cup!
This is your moment, JD!
Kevin trying to... telling Daniel Garcia exactly where to go, and he's able to roll out. Just in a nick of time, JD just spent. Could not roll over and get the cover after the drill bit. And you could see the emotions running through JD on the canvas. That's got to be frustrating.
He knew that was a kill shot. He knew that was a 3 count. And without Kevin Blackwood there, Garcia might not have found his way to the outside.
Yeah, because I don't think instincts were kicking in. I think he had to hear it from Kevin. Get over here, roll over here now. Kevin Blackwood, the ultimate navigator. Oh! Eating a chop! Ricochets off the ropes into the shot from JD Drake!
Nearly cracking a skull right there. JD Drake in hot pursuit.
Turns him over. Could now be the time. We could be witnessing not thinking Vader bomb. Moonsault from JD Drake. Coming down hard on the knee. Into the cover. Oh no!
The agony of his knee. Couldn't even muster a cover on the champ. Oh, look at Garcia. Look at Garcia.
Just trying. He's trying to grasp at that knee. JD, oh! That's going to disorient you. I think he put his fingers right in his mouth. Referee Eric Greenleaf now trying to make sure JD can continue. Coming down hard on that moonsault on the left knee. Trying to shake it out as Garcia, slowly but surely, like a newborn deer, finding his footing.
What? Let's take in drill bit one more time.
Wait a second. Get him off the apron. Oh, JD will do it. Clotheslined out of his shoes. Garcia sent over the top. Drake has their number.
Wait.
Where's Kevin going? He's under the ring right now. Referee checking on Garcia. Wait a second. Kevin Blackwood with the assist. And Garcia full force with the drop kick to the leg.
Strategy from the dark side. Oh, what a lariat.
Somehow still able to throw the lariat. Yes! One more for good measure. No! Garcia!
Oh, targeted the knee.
Got the knee bar here on the canvas. JD Drake reaching, but over an arm's length away from the bottom rope. Referee Eric Greenleaf right there as Daniel Garcia cinching deep. Drake able to turn over. He sees the bottom rope. He just can't get there. He needs to crawl.
Oh, but Garcia electing to do further damage.
And once again, even better placement this time, Johnny Torres. And look at Garcia! The torque on the leg of JD Drake, and once again, turned over just to see how far away the bottom rope is.
JD Drake at this point is even contemplating tapping out.
I don't think we'll see JD Drake tap. He's reaching. Well, maybe we will.
Oh,
JD.
There's a finger
the
for
hand
Blackwood.
Quivering, the hand quivering, falling limp on the canvas. Referee Eric Greenleaf right there. Daniel Garcia cinching deep, and that's it. JD JD Drake would not respond, and still...
Here is your winner, and still Limitless Wrestling World Champion, Red Death, Daniel Garcia!
An absolute war in our main event here tonight. We're going to need to get some help out here for JD Drake, but Daniel Garcia finds a way. Daniel Garcia retaining the Limitless Wrestling World Championship. I don't even realize if he knows he's won right now.
At this point, you could owe this victory to Kevin Blackwood, 110% employing the darker side of the Buffalo Boys playbook.
An incredible assist on the outside from Blackwood, but Garcia standing tall, continuously at the top of Limitless Wrestling, the top of the food chain. It starts with Red Death after victory here tonight against the blue-collar badass JD Drake. Folks, thank you for watching on IWTV. The games we play are run by Red Death Daniel Garcia and the Buffalo Boys along with Kevin Blackwood.
Best independent professional wrestler in the world. That's another clean sweep for the Buffalo Brothers, the two best professional wrestlers in Limitless Wrestling. 3 shows in a row, we've gone undefeated. Everybody that's been put in front of us, we've put them down on the canvas and either pinned them or made them give up. And to us, that's them admitting that we're better professional wrestlers than them. Hey. And that's not even something they need to admit to us, because that's something we already know. It's
Facts.
clear. You don't even need to tell us.
Facts.
Hey. So I don't know who's next. We're beating everybody. It seems like everybody they're putting in front of us, it's not easy. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy, but we're beating them still, every single time. So I don't know who Randy's got lined up for us next. But what I do know is that no matter who it is, we, individually or as a team, are an unstoppable force in Limitless Wrestling, and that's not gonna end anytime soon, because the Buffalo Brothers are just built different. Happened again. It happened again. Best I've felt in the last 20 years. And it happened again. Go for the moonsault. I guess it's a curse of feeling better. Over rotate just a little bit. There it goes. I'm sure that it's nothing torn or anything like that, because I went and had it checked. But a hyperextension, whatever, it got me again. Kevin Blackwood, you know I had your boy beat. You know I had him beat. That's why you stuck your nose where it doesn't belong. Again. Daniel Garcia, I'm not going to take anything away from you. I'm not. I'm really, really not. I had you beat. But you took advantage of a situation. That's what I should have done. I had plenty of situations that I should have taken advantage of, but I didn't. I got to be better than that. I got to be smarter than that. Hell, I've been doing this long enough to where I should know that when you have a chance, put the man away. But instead, I wanted to teach you a lesson in respect. Sometimes the teacher gets taught. Tonight I learned a very valuable lesson. Limitless Wrestling. I've got no mercy on any of you anymore.
The following contest is a singles match, and it is for the Limitless Wrestling World Championship. The stipulations are as follows. Daniel Garcia has agreed that Kevin Blackwood will be banned from ringside on the grounds that if J.D. Drake cannot beat him tonight, he can no longer challenge for the Limitless Wrestling World Championship as long as Garcia is champion.
I'm an outlaw, renegade, been around a while, seen everything. Heard a lot of talk, y'all ain't saying anything, but I ain't never back down from my enemies. I'm an outlaw, renegade, been around a while, seen everything. Heard a lot of talk, y'all ain't saying anything, but I ain't never back down from my enemies. Boots on the metal, pedal to the floor. You hear the engine revving, yeah, I'm ready, hit the road. And if you hear my name, unless you already know, it's J.D. Drake, time to break the mold. Renegade, outcast, blue collar badass, attitude's bad with the fist to match that. Handprint on the chest, that's just the autograph. Red on the map, you gon' see a lot of that. Follow that with an ode to the boss man. Drill bit on silly, put a screw in the coffin. Look up to the stars.
Hurry up! Tired of waiting! Come to
Introducing first, the challenger to my right from Shelby, North Carolina, weighing in at 277 pounds. He is the blue collar badass, J.D. Drake. Introducing the champion from Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 187 pounds. He's the reigning and defending Limitless Wrestling World Champion, Red Death, Daniel Garcia.
Here is the reality, ladies and gentlemen. Before you stand two of the best professional wrestlers in all of the world. And tonight, they rodeo one last time for all the gold. J.D. Drake, the challenger. Daniel Garcia, the champion. The stakes don't get any higher than this.
Early shots being fired here by the champ.
An early shot from J.D. Drake as we get our illustrious World Championship match underway here, and you don't want to be eating any of those in the early goings.
No doubt about it. Now J.D. Drake looking to quickly tenderize the chest of Daniel Garcia and the back while we're at it.
John Alba and Johnny Torres here. This One of the biggest matches in Limitless Wrestling history. It's not even our main event, because our main event will be the Vacation Land Cup Finals, which are now set. The winner of that very well could be facing the winner of this, but so much on the line here, Johnny Torres, because Daniel Garcia does not have his insurance policy ringside.
A golden bullet point of the closed taping era was the first time that we saw Daniel Garcia and JD Drake lock horns.
It's one of the greatest matches in Limitless Wrestling history. The games we play, Daniel Garcia needing a little help from Kevin Blackwood.
No.
And I think that's emphasized in this very moment right now, just hurling Garcia over, but quickly met with the elbow and a big lariat from JD Drake.
Stan Hansen felt that down in Texas. My God, that was a decapitator of a lariat. And Yarmouth loving the blue-collar badass right now.
We would be remiss if we did not mention that Daniel Garcia right now is the most wanted man in professional wrestling. He has wrestled all over the United States over the course of the past month. Barely any off days on national television for the biggest companies in the world. And now defending his gold goes, ooh, JD Drake going down on his leg hard. And he's,
oh no,
he's down. And
we saw that knee injury come into play in the first contest.
JD Drake went out down, and we may have a serious situation here. And we got the X, and I think we might have a stoppage here. Very serious situation as JD Drake's leg went out. Our officials taking ringside, and we got a situation here. JD Drake tried to go up and over Daniel Garcia in the early goings of this match. He felt a quick pop, and immediately feeling the pain, a stunned silence here at the Yarmouth Ambets. And he is hurt. And Daniel Garcia, our champion, just waiting. It's probably going to be a case of referee discretion, and JD Drake is in a lot of pain right now. Our security team helping Drake to the outside. I mean, Drake very well may have a torn ACL right now. A very serious situation here. Our highly anticipated main event between Garcia and Drake. Oh, look at this. Oh, no. Oh, JD Drake. He's up. And he's with a running boot. JD Drake. Oh, my goodness. Twist of change. Hooks the leg. Are you kidding me? Did JD Drake almost just pull the heist of a century?
All around the world with the Black Hole Slam Vader Bomb cover.
I am a man of deception myself. JD Drake just got the best of all of us.
Did you not just see me trying to find somebody to call medical personnel for JD Drake?
Oh my
the most stressful minute and a half of my life.
Wow.
JD Drake. The Artful Dodger, if there ever was one, now in hot pursuit of the defending Limitless Wrestling World Champion.
We talk about moments. What a moment that was. Unbelievable. I can't believe that happened.
Absolutely. Played possum on a known weakness of his. Only a true master strategist like JD Drake would ever concoct such a plan.
And that's where you have to dig into the age difference and the experience between these two competitors. JD Drake, one of the best pro wrestlers of the last decade on the independent scene. Daniel Garcia is still relatively new to the game, but obviously we talked about all the accolades that you could possibly dream of at just 22 years old, and we got a good old-fashioned slugfest here.
Yeah, at this point, this is breaking down here. Garcia targeting that knee, knowing it is still a weakness of JD Drake.
Crowd being told to move out of the way. Probably not a bad idea. Referee Nate Speckman's got to get this thing under control here.
Suffice to say, buying a front row ticket to a Limitless Wrestling show gets your full price. You get every dollar well spent.
Again, you can join the conversation. Hashtag VLC 2021. Boot to the face from the champ. That was unbelievable. I have called so many sports in my lifetime. Oh! I have called NFL playoff action.
No!
Oh no. Hurling him into the chairs, but I was saying I have called NFL playoff action, some of the highest college basketball in the country. I've never had a moment like that in my career.
Insane.
And now, look at JD Drake on top of the world, but can he claim the top crowd?
man of the people, trying to be the king of the Vacation Land Cup, here tonight, capturing the Limitless Wrestling World Championship. What an opportunity. In the driver's seat firmly, in hot pursuit.
Hard to see from our vantage point here. Looked like a big forearm from J.D. Drake, extending that forearm and driving Garcia across the Yarmouth Ambets.
Garcia trying to buy all the space he can at this point. He recognizes the role that J.D. Drake is on in this contest here. But now, nowhere for Red Death to run.
Just think how bad J.D. Drake has wanted this match. Ever since he got screwed. He got screwed.
Yep.
Ever since he got screwed, he's had his eyes on Daniel Garcia.
I said it that night, I'll say it again. 110% thanks to Kevin Blackwood.
And mowing through Kevin Blackwood at Undeniable got him in this position. And there is no Blackwood ringside. We saw Kevin Blackwood earlier. He lost his opening contest to Anthony Green. He's done for the night. Ducks underneath it. This is what makes Daniel Garcia so good. Targeting limbs. He's a master strategist.
He will break you down in every sense of the word. And now, he smells blood in the water like a shark. Pinpoint drop kick to the left arm.
And as he targets those limbs, setting you up for that Garcia lock. You get caught in that thing, you're not getting out of it.
There's nowhere to go.
Arguably the most devastating submission maneuver in all of professional wrestling today.
Between the ability to inflict pain and the way it immobilizes the opponent.
And this is what I love so much about Daniel Garcia's game. He's like a mathematician in the ring. Senton onto the back, rolls him over. Is that enough? No, just a kick out at one. But he's like a mathematician in the ring. He thinks through everything, adds up everything.
A chess grandmaster.
Very much so.
3 moves ahead, 4 moves ahead, absolutely.
And it's what has made him arguably our greatest champion ever here in Limitless Wrestling. Certainly our most well-represented with that belt.
Yeah, what a schedule.
Incredible. AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wheeler Yuta in an hour.
And the murderer's row that he has coming up for himself as well.
Incredible. Absolutely
battle
incredible.
tested by some of the best around the world.
Yeah, Minoru Suzuki. Ever hear of that guy?
Yep.
This is a good tune-up for Minoru Suzuki. Those chops from J.D. Drake, I'd say, are pretty comparable.
Absolutely. If he's gotten slapped a number of times, that's going to prepare him for Minoru Suzuki. You know it.
Nice wear and tear offense here from Daniel Garcia, though, going after the rib cage.
Got wear down.
Now to the kidneys of the big man, J.D. Drake, the blue-collar badass. Also, quite frankly, one of the greatest competitors we've ever had here. Formerly one half of the Workhorsemen. Elevated himself into a top singles competitor in Limitless Wrestling, and now knocking on the door of the most prestigious prize in New England Pro Wrestling.
Look at this, weathering the storm.
But the big man has a lot of endurance, as we just saw.
Yeah, be it singles or tag, as you were saying, J.D. Drake is as good as they get. The biggest test of his career here tonight. Garcia wouldn't have accepted this contest where Blackwood was banned from ringside unless he had a plan.
Look at this.
Wow.
The strength of J.D. Drake.
Sheer brute force.
But again, those kidney shots, just going to the back. That's how you get a big man down, and that's how you get the World Heavyweight Champion down. A big old chop to the mush.
No way.
Oh, he got the knees up.
Who got the worst of that, John?
And that's a great point you bring up. You see Garcia stretching out those knees.
Yeah, that might have been like a rash maneuver for him.
Sometimes in desperation, you throw anything at the wall to see if it sticks. That's exactly what Red Death Daniel Garcia did. You know, I had a chance to ask Tony Khan, the president of All Elite Wrestling, about Daniel Garcia. And quite frankly, he said he's one of the greatest pro wrestlers out there right now. Put him over for his age. CM Punk was in disbelief how young Daniel Garcia is. And look at him. He looks the part as champion.
Carries himself like a king.
I've unfortunately felt the wrath of Daniel Garcia firsthand. It's not fun.
Right, down in Florida, yep.
A lot of crazy things happen in Florida.
What happens in Florida stays in Florida, John.
Let's leave it there. Go quickly back to the stomps.
Just like that. No wasted motion, no wasted time.
Again, you're watching VLC 2021. Use that hashtag. Interact with us on social media. IWTV, our forever home. They've been so gracious to us here throughout the pandemic. now hosting, quite frankly, one of the most physical World Championship matches we've ever had here in a Limitless Wrestling ring.
No doubt about it. Knockdown, drag out so far with no signs of changing tempo at all. Garcia now looking to rain down those Bryan Danielson-esque 12-6 elbows.
You think he's watched him a couple times in his career?
Yeah, once or twice.
Look at that. See, there's that mathematician digging into his rib cage.
That's it.
He thought that, oh my goodness.
And now 12-6 elbows to the midsection.
Flips him over, crucifix, no.
Oh, that might have been JD's move. Garcia transfers into the chancery.
This is tough. There is very much a clear size disadvantage here. And getting your body wrapped around the big man, for as elite as Daniel Garcia is when it comes to holds, and he is elite.
Yeah.
At some point, physics have to come into play.
Right. Now Garcia no longer having to be concerned about that, raining down those strikes to the midsection still. Trying to break the ribs, drive the wind out of the bigger competitor, the blue-collar badass JD Drake, but JD Drake able to power out. But Garcia, just like that, Kawada kick, reassuming offense.
Oh boy, going for a ride!
Big ol' hip toss. JD Drake able to even out the playing field. Inverted atomic, the scoop, and the slam. Prokashi.
I love a good old-fashioned scoop slam from a big man like JD Drake.
And why not follow up with a nice textbook falling headbutt?
He was telling me before the show that, quite frankly, he was a Hulkamaniac as a kid. I think we've seen Hulk Hogan do that a few times in his career.
You know.
Sometimes you just go to the classics, reach deep in the playbook. It's effective, and look what it's done. It's given him some breathing room here to reestablish a little bit of momentum, perhaps.
Yep, no argument here. We're back on an even playing field. Garcia stops Drake cold with a boot to the jaw. Sunset flip.
Wow, able to get him over.
Oh, but Drake, shining wizard.
Goes for the cover. You know what's so fascinating about this, Johnny Torres, as this match goes on? Look what's sitting dead center on the apron there, the Limitless Wrestling Championship. A constant reminder for JD Drake of what stands in front of him, what could be in his possession.
JD Drake just caught eyes with that Limitless Championship as you were saying that. He knows what's on the line here.
You don't want to go there, JD. You don't want to get disqualified. This is not a no DQ match.
Absolutely. Wait a minute.
Maybe the drill bit. We've seen him put away tons of opponents with this, but oh, that knee.
Yeah, Garcia.
It wasn't just the knee from tonight. Keep in mind, this is a knee that has bothered JD Drake countless times here in Limitless Wrestling.
No doubt about it. Came into play in this last championship match. But now, Yarmouth trying to will JD Drake back, but Daniel Garcia trying to put this one to bed.
Back to the rib cage.
Yeah, really just raining down the damage on that midsection of JD Drake.
Yeah, and if the big man can't breathe, can't get his wind, that's your match right there. It's over at that point.
When JD Drake employs the moonsault and the senton on a regular basis, that becomes a bigger gamble for him now. Wow.
He's an architect. Everything is planned out. Everything is drawn out.
Oh, repeated
but wait a minute.
kicks.
Wait a minute. JD Drake back to his feet.
Walking through the storm.
Uh-oh.
Oh! The spinning back fist, a knockout shot if I've ever seen one, but Daniel Garcia.
We're watching an all-time classic Limitless Wrestling Championship match here at the Yarmouth Ambets. John Alba, Johnny Torres. This is the 2021 Vacation Land Cup. You are watching us on IWTV. Hashtag VLC 2021. This contest for the Limitless Wrestling Championship. Later on tonight, we will see our fatal four-way main event. Anthony Green, Alec Price, Ace Romero, and JT Dunn will battle it out for the opportunity to perhaps face the winner of this match.
And Nate Speckman was laying down the count, but Garcia established contact with Drake, and they're back at the wars. Garcia continuing to lay down the body blows. Drake opting for pure damage.
It's a specialty.
No doubt about it. Garcia's not going to out-brute force JD Drake.
You're not going to, but Daniel Garcia is a very strong man in his own right, but again, that just the size, there is a differential, and that's why he's got to use his legs as he has this match so much.
Yep, he's picking his spots. Little finesse game for him.
Hey, go ahead.
Unable to take the big man off. No way! Swinging through with the flatliner. Garcia. Wow.
Just natural momentum got Garcia out of that cover there. I don't think he had anything to muster out, but
wait a minute. We saw the bomb work for him before, the Vader bomb. Might have been thinking moonsault, but he just clipped that knee. Stopped him cold.
Big man on the middle rope here.
Oh, Garcia.
What is he thinking?
Oh, following suit.
Oh, no.
What's he? What is this?
No.
Spider position.
No.
Could he be thinking a tree of woe German suplex?
That is, you got to dig deep for that, Johnny Torres. Momo! Drake right through it! Cannonball!
Oh!
I think there's some water in the pool, Johnny.
Demanding the exclamation point. Split leg. Got it.
For the championship, JD Drake.
No way.
Milliseconds from hoisting the gold.
Garcia barely able to scoot the shoulder up. Drake can't believe it. Yeah, and Yarmouth can't believe it.
And listen, I've had a lot of problems with referees here in Limitless Wrestling, namely one in particular.
One in particular.
Nate Speckman's one of the best we got, and I think he was dead on with that.
Oh, wait. Might be looking to follow suit. Oh, no. Garcia, back to his standing base.
And back to the knees. Oh, can't catch his footing. Can't catch his footing. The ropes are shaking. I don't know if the ring can hold the two of them.
Had to deal with Ace Romero and Rip Bison earlier.
It did. Turning
What's
around.
this?
Oh, he's looking at the knee. He's looking at the knee. Ooh, right to it. Smart scouting once again by Daniel Garcia.
Absolutely wild high kick. Stops JD Drake in his tracks.
Did you see the moisture fly off JD Drake's shirts? It is hot as hell in here. And that's going to affect their cardio as they go to the latter parts of this contest.
Yep, the deeper waters they get into, the hotter it's going to get in here. Wait,
No way. No way.
Come on!
No way. Avalanche drill bit! Avalanche drill bit! The champ is stunned! Drake!
Out while sitting!
Hooks
Cover!
the leg!
New champ! Come on! What? Nate Speckman assuring me that is a 2 count, and I can't believe it.
Almost every single competitor who has taken a normal drill bit in Limitless Wrestling has lost. That was from the middle rope. Our champion is a stud.
Yarmouth, you said it.
Daniel Garcia is the best professional wrestler in the world.
At this point, if I had to pick a number 2, and potentially based on the result of this contest, a number 1, JD Drake is right there. Right there.
But now, what does JD Drake have left in the playbook? We've seen him go to the DDT before. We saw him do the split-legged moonsault. Count is up to 8, Garcia. I mean, we might have...
My word.
Let's see. All right, gets to his knees. Just desperation chop there from Garcia.
Yeah, wild errant chop. JD Drake choosing to register and demand more. But Garcia...
I think the DDT is the last thing he's got in his arsenal that we haven't seen yet here.
Absolutely, that Arn Anderson flavored DDT. Garcia just swinging for the fences, giving it everything that he has.
His health bar's at red right now, Johnny.
Yep, it's flashing.
What do you got to hit, L1?
His spirit bar's in danger. Oh,
there it is! Who's looking for the DDT? Turns him around!
Oh, but the midsection!
DDT of his own!
And following suit with a pair of boots and repeats it.
Look at the position Drake is in, rolling him over. This is what I was talking about, Johnny. I think I know what's coming. This is exactly how Daniel Garcia sets it up. Look at it, here we go.
No way.
Looking for the Garcia lock. stretching it back. The most devastating submission maneuver in all of pro wrestling. JD Drake, does he have enough to dig deep? Can Daniel Garcia put the big man away?
JD
Torquing the
Drake
legs.
holding on with everything he's got.
He tapped. He gave up. Daniel Garcia is still Limitless Wrestling World Champion.
Limitless Wrestling World Champion, Red Death, Daniel Garcia.
It was clean. There was nothing dirty. It was as fluid and competitive as a professional wrestling match as we've ever had here in Limitless Wrestling. And Johnny Torres, Daniel Garcia once again proving he is the king of the mountain for a reason, and he now goes into our 6-year anniversary show as our champion.
And JD Drake gave it everything he had here tonight, but despite his best efforts, will no longer be able to challenge for the Limitless Wrestling World Championship as long as that man standing tall, Red Death Daniel Garcia, remains the Limitless Wrestling World Champion. And Garcia, content to throw the insults after the match because he knows he's not going to be seeing JD Drake anytime soon.
An all-time classic here at the Vacation Land Cup, and we have still plenty more to come here. Stay with us on IWTV.
Since you want your 15 seconds of fame, what the fuck did you say? You faked an injury. I didn't fake anything. It's been injured for 20 years. I'm just strong enough to not be a puss. I'll be damned if you let me. I let you get the last one. I have not on my watch. Enjoy your title reign. I'm gonna find you.